Believe strength comes only from the body, but life repeatedly shows that true strength comes from the mind. An undisciplined mind turns small challenges into mountains, while a trained, focused mind makes even the hardest tasks possible. This is the story of a young boy named Arin, a story that reveals how mental discipline can transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Once, in a peaceful village surrounded by tall mountains and golden fields, lived Arin. He was bright, curious, and filled with dreams, but his mind drifted constantly. One day, he wanted to learn farming. The next, he wanted to become a hunter. And the day after that, he dreamed of exploring distant lands. He desired everything, but committed to nothing. His father, Raghav, was the complete opposite, disciplined, patient, and consistent. He woke before sunrise, worked with focus, and completed every task he started. Often he would say, "Son, your dreams are beautiful, but your mind is like a wild horse. If you do not train it, it will drag you wherever it wants." But Arin never understood. One morning, Arin attempted archery. After 10 minutes of struggle, painful fingers, slipping arrows, and missed targets, he quit. The next day in the fields, he gave up after an hour of work. Later, he tried storytelling, but abandoned it after failing to write even one full page. Arin always blamed the task rather than his mind. His real problem was a lack of discipline. One afternoon, a violent storm hit the village. When the storm passed, Arin went with his father to inspect the fields. He noticed that some crops were destroyed while others remained standing. Confused, he asked why. Raghav replied, "These strong ones are the crops I cared for daily. Watered, protected, and cleaned. They survived because they were trained. The others grew wild and broke easily." As Arin looked at the damaged fields, a powerful truth struck him. A mind without discipline is like a crop without care. The first storm of life can break it. A few days later, Arin learned about an old sage living at the edge of the village. Curious, he went to visit him. The sage, seating beside a small fire, spoke before Arin could say a word. "I know why you're here." Arin was shocked. The sage smiled and said, "A restless mind makes noise, and when a mind is noisy, anyone can sense it." Arin lowered his head as the sage continued, "You want strength and purpose, but you do not want discipline. Nothing grows without discipline." Arin asked how to discipline his mind. The sage lifted a jar of muddy water and shook it. "This is your mind, clouded by distractions." He placed the jar down. Slowly, the dirt settled and the water cleared. When the mind becomes still, it becomes powerful. Stillness is trained, not given. The sage gave Arin 3 tasks. Wake up at the same time daily, do one difficult thing every morning, and finish everything he started. Do this for 40 days, and your mind will obey you. Arin accepted the challenge. Day 1 was extremely difficult. He felt tired and wanted to sleep more, but forced himself out of bed. On day 3, he chose archery as his difficult task and practiced even though he struggled. By day 7, his fingers hurt and his legs ached. His mind told him to quit, but he remembered the sage's words, "Master your mind before it masters you." Slowly, changes began. By day 15, he could focus longer. His thoughts were calmer, and he no longer looked for excuses. His father observed quietly, proud of his son's progress. Arin was becoming stronger, not in his muscles, but in his mind. Then another storm hit the village, even harsher than the first. The villagers feared destruction, but this time more crops survived. Raghav smiled and said, "Discipline saved them." Arun looked at the strong crops and realized that storms are part of life. We cannot control them, but we can prepare ourselves. A disciplined mind, like a well-cared-for crop, survives. Weeks later, the village held its annual archery competition. Arun entered with confidence. Earlier, he would have quit before trying, but now he believed in his discipline. When the contest began, others shot quickly, eager to show off. Arun, however, remained calm. He waited, breathed deeply, and stilled his mind. His first shot hit the center. The next round brought another perfect shot. In the final round, he whispered, "I control my mind," and released the arrow. It hit the bullseye. The villagers cheered. Arun had not only won the competition, but he had mastered himself. His father hugged him proudly, and from a distance, the sage smiled. Arun had discovered that discipline is not punishment, it is self-building. A disciplined mind does not fear difficulty, does not run from challenges, and does not collapse in storms. It stands firm. In the end, Arun understood the greatest truth. Storms will always come. You cannot control life, but you can control your mind. And when you control your mind, you control your life. Discipline your mind. Do the hard things. Finish what you start. Because if you do not discipline your mind, life will eventually do it for you.